Hello guys, in previous video I added functionalities like word filter, words adders, these files which can be used for adding data to our file. Let's run it again for verifying the result. Uh, let's add some text over here, like text is written here. So you can say that it is I have written text is written here, and we are just checking. We are just checking. So you can say that this is the text which is written over. Let's save it with any name, ZS, and that's it. And the name of file is zs.txt, and this label is indicating you. Let's verify the file. Verify with the file. Yes, actually PyCharm projects, text editor, text editor. This is the text editor when, and this is the words library file. The words were written first of all, and checking were also there. You can see here was also there, is was also there, and just was also there. You can verify the result. And one more thing is written. This is written. Actually these are the pre-written words which I have written in the previous video. You can say that it is upgrading with the program, so that's fine. Now we are going to fetch values from this. So how to do that? Now we are working with AI mode. Now suppose that if user clicks, yeah, before telling you something, let me show you one thing. The thing is, this is the AI button, and using AI button there are two images. One is AI activated and second one is AI deactivated. Remember that for AI activation we have to use logo 8, and for AI deactivation we have to use logo 9, and there is also counter name AI counter. We are going to need it because it is very important. Now let me tell you that why we are using why we will use counter. Suppose that initially counter is 0, and if according to my algorithm, if counter value is odd, it means AI mode is working, and if it is even, it means AI mode is not working. So initially it is not working, it means it starts from 0, and if it is 1, it means odd. Now it should work. So let's, and whenever this method will be called when user click over the AI button. You can verify from here also. Whenever user click from, yes, yeah, whenever user click over this button, AI mode, this AI button, then AI mode will be called. So let's add functionality to this AI mode, because this is going to be the first method of the AI functioning. So AI mode. Now when user click over there, first of all we have to increase the counter. AI counter, sorry, plus equal to 1. Although why it is typing a counter plus equal to 1 means we have increased the counter. Now let's start with a thread. We have to call a thread because using single core we cannot achieve the what we want, or you can say that this application will hang a lot of time, because over a single core we are running the application, and along with we are extracting the data from the file. So that is going to be a tedious task with a single core. So let's achieve with the dual core, two cores, because we are having octa-core processors currently we are using. So let's take advantage of the cores, and it is going also multi-threading make the program fast and better. So let's start a threading, not threading. We have imported a thread, so thread, it is going to be the first thread, thread 1 equal to threading dot thread target will be self dot AI working. This is going to be the method which will be called when this thread starts. Actually this AI working method is not written over here. I will write, no problem. I will define the function to this button also, but let's start the thread first. Thread 1 dot start. So let's define the function AI button. Def control V. I have copied that for name, that's why I paste that. No problem. AI working, that's fine. Now I am checking the condition if if counter means whether AI mode is running or not. I am checking that condition. If AI counter mode 2 is not equal to 0, it means the AI counter is odd, and if it is odd, it means the AI mode is working currently. So that's fine. Now if condition it is in running case, AI mode is running case. Now if it is running case, you have to change the image or logo also. So for changing image, you have to use self dot AI button, not AI counter, AI button dot config, and image will be self dot logo 8, because it will be blue. Logo 8 is blue and logo 9 is pure black for deactivation purpose. So self dot logo 8. Now we have to update the app also. Self dot update. Self dot update. Now this is a simple thread, and after this function it will be killed or it will be dead. So let's make another thread for fetching the result from the actually that thread will fetch the result from the file, so that our program functioning or our program speed will not affect it. This third thread or this second thread, sorry, thread 2 barabar threading dot thread target will be, now this time target will be self, since we want to suggest the word to the user while he is typing, so name should be like word suggestion method. Fine. So name should be of the name of the function will be word suggestion function. Okay, yes, word suggestion function, word suggestion method. Let's copy it. So currently it is not defined, but we will do it also. Thread 2 dot start. Now what happened if AI counter is odd? I told you if it is odd, then it means AI mode is not working. So achieve the same thing and turn the image again to black color, because initially it is blue color. Now we have to turn it to black color again, because AI mode is not working, that's why. So how to do that? Use self dot AI button dot config image equal to self dot logo 9 this time, because logo 9 is holding the black image, deactivated image, or you can say that. Now let's update self dot update. Let's update the canvas. Fine, print is stopped. You actually, yeah, self dot logo 9 update. Okay, and for the sake of you can say that simplicity, use return also, because you can actually it is not mandatory to use return. I am writing just for my own purpose or just for my own logic. That's the issue, only the issue. So if you want, you can also remove this return statement. So we have defined the word method AI mode. Now actually we have given the name, we have made a function recently, not made up, we have put a method named word session method. Now we have to make this method also in our file. So make it def control V self, yeah. So this is the word suggestion method, which the method which will suggest us the word. So now actually this method should run or you can say that this method will run until user typing, or in simple words it should run until the AI mode is running, because if it is running one time or it runs one time, it means we couldn't get the continuous suggestion of words. We want continuous form of word suggestion, or word will be suggested to us in continuous manner. So for achieving that, we have to start a loop or make this method run continuously. While 1 equal to 1. Now let's check whether the AI mode is working or not. If it is not working, then simply break the loop. AI counter mode 2 is not equal to 0. If it is odd, means AI mode is working. If it is odd, so that's great. Now what we want is, we want to fetch the data from text box. Self dot text box dot get 1.0 means from beginning to the left side of current cursor. From beginning to the left side of the current cursor. Yeah, not G, jet. Yeah, that's get. A equal to server text box dot get 1.0 tk dot insert. Great. So I want to fetch the or you can say that, suppose that if this is a cursor, then I want to fetch the whole words from this side, these whole words from the beginning, and from after fetching, now I want to use this one, because this is the, I want to use this word, whole word, because this is the last word of these words. So from these words, let's do that. Now we have fetched the whole words. Currently it is of string form. Now we have to make a list form of this also. List equal to a dot split. So now we have splitted all the words using spaces. All the words will be splitted using spaces. So that's great. But there are some bugs also, because what happen, the words which are splitted into different form, they can contain backslash n with them or backslash t with them. So first of all, I have to filter those words, because they can produce a erroneous output to me, and also these words are not present in the words library, because words library contain words only in purest form. They do not contain any backslash n or backslash t. So that's why I have to remove those words which contain backslash t and backslash n. Just follow by them. So for removing that, what we will use, first of all, we have to remove the words using this syntax. Removable words equal to backslash n, as the name suggests clearly, backslash t. So backslash n, backslash t. Now this using this list, I will filter the previous list. I mean this one. So let's make a string of word equal to space join dot join wait, actually because of some noise I have to pause. So yeah. So word equal to space dot join. Now I want to filter the word. So how to do that? Let's see. I for I in list, not list. List is list. If I not in removable words. Actually, let me tell you what this syntax will do. I for I in list, if I not in removable words, it means those words which do not contain backslash n and backslash t will be returned using this list, and or you can say that continuous string will get a continuous string from this line. From this syntax I'll get a continuous list, and those words which contains, or those list indexes which contains the backslash n and backslash t, they will be removed using this syntax. So I'll get the purest form of words. So, and one more thing also, here word is of string type. Now we have to convert it again into a list. So because we want to work with list, so let's convert it again with the convert it to list. So word equal to word dot split using spaces, using spaces. Now we are having the purest form of words. Yeah, still there is a bug, I'll tell you. Just let me write 2 and 3 lines. So now we are having the purest form of words. Now suppose imagine that we are having the purest form of word, but our cursor, we want that we should work with a word which is over which cursor is relying currently. Suppose that if I am here, then this text will be copied or put into variable a, and if I am here, then value of a should be this one. I mean value of a is like this. This a will hold the value of this text. So what I want is, I want this word only, and for doing so we have to fetch this thread word from these words. So how to do that? And if you remember, if you are noticing or the pattern, that it is on the last position of the list. So how can I do so? I will use word equal to str word index minus 1, means from the list of words I'll get the last word over which I want to work. So word minus 1. Now word equal to word dot split backslash. Actually, sometimes what happen in 95 or 94% of cases, this code will run fine, but because actually what happens, suppose that if you are typing something like, let me show you with the example. If you are typing this one and this FDDDS, and immediately you pressed enter, and now actually now if you type something from here, then it will not suggest you the word, and if you press space and again typing, then again you will get the word suggestion. So to removing this work, we are again filtering this last backslash n which is present over here, because after typing this we directly press enter and type the next word, so that's why we were not getting the suggestions. So to removing this work, we want to remove the last backslash n from the line. Suppose that this is I am typing this now and I press enter, so a backslash n will be registered with FDDDS. I want to fetch this word and it is containing backslash n, so I want to remove that backslash n. So how can I do that? Let's see. I am using word dot split. So using this single line, that backslash n will be removed. So great, we have filtered the words. Now one more thing also left is, now actually we want a class which will fetch the word from the words library to us, which can fetch the word from the words library. So let's make a separate class for that. let's give the name of file will be file name provider. No, actually not. Let's give the name for word suggester. Word suggester will be fine, as the name suggests itself. So let's create a file, word suggester. It will be in van new Python file. Name of file is going to be word suggester. Words suggester. There is no need to add extension, it will automatically over there. It is automatically over there. So now what we want to do using this class, we want to work over the file. So for doing that, we have to import our library, and that is OpenPyXL. Fine, we have imported it. Now let's make a class words suggester. Class word suggester. Wait, this class is having a constructor named def init, and now one more thing also. Using actually this word suggester requires a string, and according to that string it fetches the similar results from the file. So here we have to specify string also. So let's provide a name str2. I am providing a random name. Now self, let's make a variable which can be accessed in this class. Global variable, you can say, not global actually, which can be accessed in this class. Self dot str, using the object of this class, I mean to say, self dot str1 equal to str1 equal to str2. Okay. So this str1, self dot str1 is holding the value of this str2 currently. So now what we want is, we want to call a method from this constructor. The method will be, let's define a method first. The method will be def words suggester working. Word suggester working, not work gene, but working. So this is our method word suggester working, and we have to add a self. Now this is the method, let's call it over here, because this, using this method we will fetch the we will fetch the related words from the file, words library file. So let's call it self dot word suggester working, this method, and word suggester working. Okay. So this is the method. Let's create a new list, because this list is going to hold the list of related searches, means the word which relates to str2, in the words which are present in the file, in words library file, and which are similar to str2 will going to be stored in this list. Self dot list, self dot new list equal to this. Now open the file, wv equal to, not equal to, it's equal to OpenPyXL dot load workbook. Name of workbook was words library dot xlsx. Name is suggesting, it is suggesting me the name. Wait. Now we want to work with sheet first. Sheet equal to wb sheet 1. Okay. Sheet equal to wb sheet 1 equal to wb sheet 1. Okay. Now let's make another list. I'll tell you why I'm making that list. New list 2. And make a counter for it. Again I'll specify you, and let's use try, so that our program will not crash while running. So this is, I have started try. Now what I want is, I want to I want to get the first value, or you can say that if I pass a variable, or simply if I pass any variable. Wait, actually I'm pausing because of noise. Yes. So we were on try block. Now actually what I want is, first of all, while after entering in the file, I have to decide that which row I have to work, not row, on which column I have to work first. So for deciding that, we will use this if condition. If ord will convert a character into integer. So ord self dot str10 str10, and then just close it. Is greater than or equal to 60. I'll tell you, no problem. And ord same thing. So just copy it, let's paste it, and here 90. Guys, if you remember that same algorithm we were using at while we were adding data to the file, same algorithm. So let me tell you, actually using this syntax, suppose that if str2, this str2 is holding a value, this str2 is holding a value, or you can say that is any text, suppose that it is holding text. So now using this condition, I am checking that the first index, or you can say that the first index of str1. So this is str1 and the first index is here t. This is the first index. So I am checking whether it is of capital alphabets or small alphabets. So here I am checking from 65 to 90 we have capital alphabet. So using this condition, I am checking that if ord or if ASCII of this first character lies between 65 to 90, then definitely I am using small character, or the word start with a small character. So here I am making a variable const for constant, I mean to say const for subtraction. Const for subtraction equal to 64. Same algorithm we were using. I explained you this algorithm when we were adding data to the file. So here if the letter is of a small size, or you can say that small letter, then we have defined a constant name const for subtraction equal to 64. So, and suppose that if we are working with capital letters, then in that case, so let me specify for that. Yeah. So now for small letters, for small letter I have to use 97, and highest range is 122 for small letters, and here const for subtraction will be 96. So it is for capital letters and it is for small letters. Now suppose that if str is holding an integer value, means 1 2 3 4 5. So for that case I am defining else const for subtraction equal to minus 1. So I don't want to work with integers because in my file only contain strings, that's why. So now let's check if const for subtraction, means if const for subtraction is greater than 1 or greater than 0, it means the word which we got is a string, pure string, or a word, not a string like 1 2 3 and numeric character inside that. So here I am checking with the condition that if const for subtraction is 0, then only in that case I have to fetch the result, otherwise I have to simply return null, because I don't want to return value while we have integer. So const for subtraction greater than 0, this is going to be the condition. And now what we want is yes, now what we want is const for subtraction equal to 0. Now let's decide a column. Column will be COLU, column equal to ORD self dot str1 0 then minus 1. This is the same algorithm, const for subtraction. So here in this video I am not explaining you. If you want to learn this, if you want to know about this algorithm, then just watch the video in which I have added how to add functionalities or how to add data to file. I have explained already. So move further, I have decided the value of column, or from which column I have to extract the values. So we have decided the column. Value. Now let's traverse each row one by one. For I in range 1 from beginning to sheet dot max, maximum rows in the sheet dot max row plus. So I am traversing from beginning to the end of the row in the file, because I want to fetch each and every word which is related to the given string or is str2. So value equal to str sheet dot cell row equal to I column, not column value, that's column value, column equal to column value, close it, dot value So actually I am fetching the result from each column. I am fetching the result from each column and storing it into value. So let's make a variable sd equal to self dot str1 if sd in value, means if given word or if user typed word is in value or present in the cells value, present in cells. So this condition specifies that if sd is in value or the user typed word is already present in database or the file. So what I will do, now I will check if value I am checking condition if value equal to none. If value equal to none, it means cell is empty, and CTR equal to 0 means I have not get any data related to given word. So if value is equal to none and I have not get any data related to that, so what I will do, I am just incrementing this counter by 1. CTR plus equal to 1. Yes. So guys, here I have put CTR plus 1 plus equal to 1. So I am increasing counter. Actually, let me tell you what this line will do. So if value is equal to none and CTR equal to 0, it means if suppose that user type word related to none, and none is also available in our file. So it is checking if value is equal to none and CTR equal to 0. It means if counter equal to 0, if multiple time of none are written in a single row or in a single column, then using this syntax or using this counter, we are going to fetch only a single none. This is the motive. Means suppose in a single what we call as in a single column, if we have multiple none, so I want to fetch only a single none. So let's do that. CTR plus equal to 1 and I want to fetch only a single none. Self dot new list dot append with value. So self dot new list dot append value. I am appending value, and now if I will get none, the value will not be appended because this condition will be true, but this condition will be false in future or in upcoming conditions. So CTR equal to none will be false, so we will not append none again. Only a single time we will append none. So else if we do not get none, then what we want to do, we will simply append the value. If value, we are checking if value is not equal to none, means something is written in the cell and which is related to our string str1 or str2, both are equal. So I just want to add that into my list. So self dot new list dot append value. Great. Self dot new list dot append. So if something is written in the cell and which is not none, then this will be added to our list. Suppose and one more thing also, if none is also written, then only single time none will be appended, and if user type none, only in that case. So fine. Now one more thing also, we have used try block over here. Now we have to put a accept block here. So how to do that? Accept pass. Great. If something occurred here, then we or something occurred here, then we will not get the value from list box or from word suggester area. It will not suggest us word. So also it will not break our program functioning. So this is the file. And one more thing also, now I have appended data to a list. Now for fetching that data, I have to make a new function here, because I have added the list, but now I want to fetch the data from this class. So for fetching data from this class, for fetching the process data in simple words, so what I will do, I am making a function named list return, means I want to get my data back from this function, from this class. List return, then self, then return self dot newlist. Great. Self dot newlist. Yeah, fine. I don't know why it is putting error. Const for subtraction. Const for subtraction. Yeah, it is showing error. We have used here subtraction colon expected. Actually here we should write elif. No, again it is showing error, or under there is a line, that line you can see, it means something is wrong over here. Colon expected. Type of colon, actually I put over here. If ORD self10 greater than 65 and ORD self.str10 again, actually I am verifying greater than 90. Okay, no problem. Actually I try ctr text. What is this? Yeah, it is, I wrote it earlier. It is asking for expression expected. Let's put it into a box and see whether the red line is removed or not. Yeah, now it is removed. Actually we have to put it together. That was the error or bug, you can say. Now it is fine. Yeah, everything is fine. So this class will process, or this class will fetch the word which is which relates with the word str2, or which are similar to str2, and those all words which are similar to str2 will be stored in a list, and we will get that list using this function list return. It will return the list of those words. So we have made this class word suggester. It will simply to perform the activity of word suggestion for me. So let's use it in our previous class. So our previous class was main_file.py. So we have fetched the value. And we have also filtered the last word. As I told you earlier, suppose that if I want to select from here, then I am fetching this one. I have selected this word till now, and I have removed \n also from that word. If it contains \n, I have removed. Now what I want, suppose that if I am writing car and if I write W, then I just want to add word just after this W, means simply like wash. This is car wash, and if I write CARW, then word suggester will display me H, so I can put over here. So from this word car wash, I am selecting this last word. So how to select that? We have to write syntax: if length of word smaller than equal to 1. If length of word is smaller than equal to 1, it means we have only single letter right now, like this one, car W. So this is the single letter. So I am checking whether this condition is true, means when we have single letter in place of word. So this W is a single letter, and if I have WAS, it means it is a word, not a letter. So I'll apply another condition for extracting S from it. So if length of word is smaller than equal to 1, then what I want W, I want the word equal to str word 0. Since it is holding only a single letter, the word is holding a single letter, we can fetch that word from 0 index. And if the word contains actual word, so I have to fetch the last word. Suppose that WAS, so I want to fetch S. So how to do that? I'll use word equal to str word, then index minus 1, then index minus 1. I want to fetch the last word. Now whatever I will append just after that word. As I told you, like monkey, this is monkey. So here last word is Y. Now I want to add king just after it. So it will add king for me after this monkey word. So let's add functionality further. Yeah, one more condition also. Suppose that if a user is typing something and continuously, since loop is running behind this program, and it will continuously suggesting us to these words. Now suppose that if user is not typing for a long time and he is waiting, and we are our list is updating regularly basis. So in that case we are not using our resources properly. Our CPU will be busy to do the task. So removing that condition, what we will use, we will simply use a condition. The condition is try condition. Try if old equal to word. I'll tell you what is the use of this old variable over here. It will throw indentation error. If old equal to word, this old will contain, this old will hold the value of previous letter. Like here I write monkey, then this old will hold the value E currently. Now suppose that if I'm not writing and I put it as it is, then what will happen? The condition will check if old is equal to, or you can say that if new word is equal to old word, means currently we are on E. Then we don't want the processor to extract the file, extract the word from the file. So we don't want to update the list box over here. The list box which will suggest us the word. Actually the box which will suggest us our word is called as list box. So if I am not writing anything, so I don't want to update that list box. It should update only when I am writing something new, like monkey, then it will update. And if I write king, K, then it will again update. And if I am not writing anything, then it should not update. This is my motive. So I am checking if old equal to what. It means if old word is equal to new word. Means if earlier I was on K and currently I am on K, so I don't want to update that. This is the simple condition. So you can see that here I am not defined old, because that's why this is the biggest reason, because of it I put it in try, because I know when I run this program, in first case it will throw me error because it is not defined. So that's why I put it in try block, but I will define it earlier after its use, or when we move down I will define it, no problem. But in first case it will simply throw exception, and that exception will be caused using except block. If old equal to word, it means we are on initial position, we are not upgrading, or we are at the same word or same letter also. So what we want, we simply want, in that case we simply want if length, I'm checking if length of self dot list box dot curve selection. Actually this curve selection simply returns the index of the current selected value. This list box contains several values, and if you select any value from that, then this whole method self dot list box that current selection will simply return the index of which value has been selected by user. It will return an integer value. Not an integer value, it will return because I have used length, it means it will return a string value. Current selection, I am checking if it is not equal to 0, it means I have not selected any value till now, I have not selected any value. Then in that case I am using a counter, lst box cur counter, means current counter. I am checking this condition whether it is equal to 0 or not. I'll tell you the use of this counter, wait for a second. So this is the condition, self dot list box cur selection is not equal to 0 and list box current counter equal to 0. So actually what this line will indicate, if I am not writing any word, then initially it will update only a single time, and in upcoming times it will not update, because updation of list box required CPU time. And if I will not put this condition, then each and every time this list box upgrades its values, because we are using while loop. So to avoid such condition, I want that it should upgrade only when I am typing. So if I am not typing, it will update only a single time using this condition. So I am checking if I have not selected any word and still list box counter equal to 1, then in that case value should be upgraded, because I said it will upgrade only a single time. So what we will use here, we will use str5 equal to str, I'll show you what is this str5, self dot list box dot get self dot list box dot color selection. Actually color selection returns the integer value, yeah, definitely, because we are using get function here, so it will return the index of currently selected value from list box. So str5 will hold the value of current selected text from the list box. Whatever text we have selected in list box, it will hold the value over here. str5 now what I want now, if I write camel here, CAM, then word selection is like camlin or camel and etc. If I write cam or the words will be like this, like camlin, camel, etc. If I choose camlin, then what I want, my word will be replaced with, if I write cam, then it should be replaced with el also. Extra elin will be added. I want this functionality. So what we will do, we simply fetch the whole camlin over here like this. But what we will do, we will replace this camel with a empty string. We will replace the earlier word with empty string, and we will fetch the whole word and put it over here. So user, for user it will like camel, and we have added lin. But initially what we are doing, we are, whatever the word is written like cam, the whole word will be erased and new word, whole word camlin will be written over there. So how do you do that? We are going to use strings method, name string 5 dot, we are going to use replace method of string, and I want to replace the word, because word is holding the value of our required word. I want to replace it with double quotes, means empty string. I want to replace it with empty string, and I want to replace only single time, that's why I put 1. So str5 equal to, now str5 is holding the required word, or you can say that the word which is present, the word from list box, it is holding that str5. And yeah, actually one thing I have done wrong, or I told you wrong, that is, if some like cam is written here and in suggestion we have camel, then from that camel cam will be removed and we will get el using this line. Sorry, that was my fault. We are not replacing the old one, but we are adding the further words, like as I told, el from this list box will be added to the up to our word. So str5 equal to str5 dot replace word empty string and then 1, means single time. So now we have our word, means initially we have camel, and in str5 we have el. Now we want to concatenate both of them at the text area. We just want to concatenate both of them. So how to do that? We will use again try block for saving us from any error or exception. Try for m in str5 self dot text box insert self dot text box of insert, and in insert, where I want to insert my value, I want to insert my value just right after the cursor. I want to put my value after the right side of the cursor, because in left side I have already written words. So self dot text box dot insert, like if again with example king cam, so I want text should be appear here this side, so like this one, king cam. Self dot text dot tk dot insert, so let's choose the current cursor position using tk dot insert. We have choose the current cursor position and we want to put m just after it, like cam, and from list box we have removed el. Now we are just concatenating both of these. So after concatenation, we have actually here we have concatenated the values. Now put it over there. Self dot, for writing we have to focus over the text button, because initially focus is on another widget, so we have to make a focus over text box so that word can be written in the text box. Text box, selva text box the focus set. It will set focus to the text box. And if I meet any exception here, then what I want, simply use pass. I don't want to do anything if I meet any exception. And if you put, if user is not writing something, if user is on previous word and he is not writing anything, then it will update the value only a single time. And if I and one more thing also, if I do not upgrade this list box counter, then if he is not typing, then again in also that case value of the text box will be upgraded. So to remove that, remove that bug, or so to resolve our PC from that situation, we have to increase the counter. So how to increase it? Use lst box list box counter. List box कर counter plus equal to 1 means, now what happen if we are not upgrading, we will update the this list or list box one time, and if loop will again start the functioning, then we will not reach to this condition. If we will simply use else. Actually this try should be inside this if. Also this list box counter is also over here, should be here. Then put continue, means if list box is not equal to 0, second time initially it is equal to 1, that's why text box has been updated. And if it is not equal to 0, it will something else, then simply you have to rotate the loop again and again without doing anything. So continue and simply put else condition, pass, because we have write the logic in the if condition. And finally we have used try, so put except over here, and then except put pass. Now we haven't initialized the list box counter, if you remember that time, and I told you also when we run this program initially we will got exception, and that exception will be catched by this pass. So let's initialize this list box counter. Now lst list box कर counter, list box कर counter equal to 0. Now we have initialized it. Initially we have not initialized that one, and also we haven't initialized old also, and we haven't initialized list box counter. So now we are initializing here. Now it's time to fetch the words. It's time to fetch the word from word suggested, because it is holding the list of suggested word. So how to fetch? Use obj equal to, one more thing also, word words SUGGESTOR, word suggestor, SUGGESTOR, word suggestor. Sorry. SUGGESTOR, word suggestor, and we have to pass a string as I told you while we were making the function. So we have passed the string as word. So now we have passed the class, but we have not imported into the program yet. So we have to import it also. Use try block, try self dot listbox dot insert 0 to I, not I, sorry, self dot listbox dot delete here, delete sorry, from 0 to end. Actually this code, this whole code is only for the condition when user is not writing something. So to avoid continuous updation we use this condition, but this now I am writing this condition, it means user is writing something, so to add function, for that in that situation what we will do, when user is writing something regularly, then we have to delete, we have to clear the list box with each word, and we have to append new words into list box. So here we are deleting the old list box, and if it is empty then try fails, we will get into catch, and it is not empty then it will be deleted using try. So you use except if it is already empty, it means if it is already empty, then what we have to do, we are just passing the value pass, and since it is empty we have to put new values also into the inside the list box, not text box. For I in obj dot list, I told you that we have used a function or named list return. I made a function in world suggester class, so I am using that function which will return me the list of which will return the list of suggested words. So obj.list return obj.list return. So I am traversing among between the not words, I am traversing each word one by one in that list using this line. So I want to put each word inside the list box, in this list box. So for I in obj.list return self dot list box dot insert, for inserting, since it is empty we have to insert something, insert 0 then I, it will put each and every value one by one which relates to the given word. Now since we have updated the text, we have updated the widget, now we have updated, and again user leave that we have updated the text. Suppose that this condition again arrives that user stop typing and it is still thinking or waiting, so we have to stop that updation of list box again. Or one more thing also, we have not initialized the words, as I told you we have initialized the words earlier, so let's initialize that. Old word equal to new word, word equal to word. So the previous word, whatever suppose that currently we have written X here at this position, and there is a list which is suggesting me the related word with X, and if I update next time, then this old will hold the value of previous word, that is X. So we have assigned the value of old over here which we have assigned earlier. So now when this it's time to end this condition, means when user or when AI mode is deactivated. For when AI mode is deactivated, we have to turn off or we have to deactivate the loop, or we have to turn off the loop. Else, simply put, else when when AI mode is not running, else return 0. So this is the whole logic. This is the whole logic, in which this only logic is for when user is not typing and we do not we have to update a list box only a single time, because he is not typing, so there is no need to update the list box. This is the whole logic for that condition, and this logic is for when user is regularly typing. This is the logic for that. So let's verify the result first. Sorry. So currently nothing is happening, and when I press this AI button, let's see. It is not displaying any word. Wait, yeah, because the problem is we haven't imported the word suggester class inside this class. We have to import it also. That was the issue. So import from word suggester, from word suggester import words suggester class. Let's verify. Word suggester is the file name, and class name is also, I think, word suggester. Wait. Word suggester. So let's run it again to see the output. When I type something, nothing is happening, and when I put AI mode, then again nothing is happening. Let's see why. Wait. So guys, I have find the bug. Actually this is a huge program, that's why I require some time to resolve bugs. That's why I have to pause the video, so that additional time will not be counted over here. Everything was fine, but recently I solved the bug. So for solving the bug I have to stop the video, because as I told, this is a huge program. The bug is here in word suggester file. Actually initially I placed these marks like this one, you can see this one, so that it was not suggesting me words, it was like this. So whatever I am typing, if I have enabled AI mode, whatever I will type, I am not getting anything. So this is the biggest this was the bug. I will remove that. For testing I added this one, I will remove that. I was doing testing, that's why. So no problem, let's remove the bug. And first of all, remove this square brackets first. So for removing square brackets, actually we have to find a method name print, because that print method is printing these square brackets. Yeah, this one, print to visual topic. Now let's test again. While working with the AI mode, nothing is happening, and here fine. So let's remove the bug, because you can see that here initially here value is greater than 97, and again value is greater than 122. So that's wrong, it should be smaller than 122. Again here smaller than 122. Let's run again. I have not changed anything, everything was like previous one, but I have changed these two marks in front of you, nothing else. So let's run it. So you can see here I'm not getting anything, and while typing I'm not getting anything, and I type A, nothing is happening. So, and when I press AI, you can see if I add A, I'm getting the words, and I'm clicking on there, I'm clicking on these, and I put the word over here using a click. And if I type further, then again I'm getting the words. You can see actually I'm typing other words, but our file contain very less data. That's why it is suggesting me few words, as you know. But if you have more data in your file, then more words will be available for you. Like if I put Y, then I have added yes, that's why it is suggesting me yes word, so I have added here. And one more thing also, that if I am here, then again if I am like here HERE, if I press here, then I am getting this here again. So now I can add value to anywhere using this word suggester button. And see, if I press AASA, random word, if I remove this, it is again displaying me different words. You can see if I put ASASD, there are two words with AS, so remove it. You can see that it is displaying me two words. If I remove it, ARE. So these are the random words. These are the suggestions which it is displaying to me. So this is enough for this video, guys. And when I press AI and if I type further, you can see that it is stopped, and I have to clear this also when I press AI. So for clearing that, let's add something, and that something is this one. Here, because after each and everything we have to clear the list box. Let's put it inside try, so that it will not throw exception. Let's see. Here, mostly words are of I put word starting with A, that's why it is suggesting me A again and again. So if I press AI, list is cleared, and now I will not get any word. So hence in this way we can add word suggester to our file. So thank you guys. If you like my video, kindly subscribe and press the like button. Thank you. In upcoming videos we will add functionalities to mic button and copy button and time traversal mode, and rest of the things we have done. And also we have to make a key responsor also. It means we can access these buttons using keys command. So that's it. Thank you.